Everybody, it's your girl Nail, and welcome to another episode of Simply Nail's Tiny Studio. This is Learn to Crochet, but these are practice videos to give you extra help in learning how to crochet. We are now on lesson 5 of Learn to Crochet, but right now this is a practice video to help you learn and help you master lessons 1 through 4. Now, so far, we've learned how to make a slip knot. We've learned how to make a chain, we've learned how to single crochet, and we've also learned how to double crochet. If you are not familiar with those terminologies, please head back to the previous videos from lessons 1 through 4 to learn that skill. Today, we are going to practice making a foundation chain. We're going to practice making a single crochet and a double crochet. We're going to practice that together today. This is extra practice. This is to help all of you who are maybe having a difficult time making a chain, having a difficult time making single crochets, having a difficult time making the double crochet. Let's work on that together. Please, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please go ahead and subscribe to Simply Nail's Tiny Studio so that you can be privy to the community posts where I will feature upcoming lessons and classes and various practice videos that will be uploaded to the channel to help you learn how to crochet and become proficient at it. And when you become proficient at it, it will become a breeze and you will love the craft and the artistry of crocheting. Okay, so let me clear my bench and let's get started. All right, here we go. I hope you're having a really great week. Thank you so much for being a subscriber to Simply Nail's Tiny Studio. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Okay, so what are we going to need for class today? Well, of course, we're going to need our crochet hook. We're going to need some yarn. We're going to need maybe, but not really, a pair of snippers or scissors. And we're going to need some stitch markers. Okay? Let me take my stitch marker out. I think today I want to work with orange. Okay? That's my stitch marker. All right, so let's start by learning how or practicing making a chain. Okay? So let's do that. Let me push this to the side. All right. Okay, let me cut this end. It's kind of unraveling there. All right. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's make our slip knot. Trying to go slow for you. There's our slip knot. Let me put it onto our hook. Okay. Now I have it nice and not too snug on our hook there. This is our throat. Okay. There is the head of our crochet hook. I usually call this the mouth, but many people call this the throat of your crochet hook. Okay. All right, so we've done that. Now let us chain. And you know what? Let us chain, let's see. Let's chain 20, okay? Because I want to show you something that may be a nice tip for you as you begin to learn how to crochet, okay? Let's begin. All right, now what we do, we take our yarn. We're going to yarn over, pull through, and now we have our first, we have our first crochet stitch or our first V to begin our chain, because we're chaining 20, okay? And let me also say that we're going to probably need more than just one one stitch marker. So let me get a few more. Get some colors in here. Okay. Because I'm getting ready to show you a really, really great tip that may help you as you learn to crochet. All right, so we are at 1. So let's make what, 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, who knows? Let's just count to 5. So we have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now here's a good tip on making a chain. We don't want to make our chains too tight, okay? Because we're going to have to go back through this chain to begin to crochet. The first row of crocheting or of a crochet project is sometimes very difficult, and that's for experienced crocheters or as well, because sometimes we make our chain a little too tight. So let's not make our chain tight. Let's make sure that we have ample room to be able to go up under the V's to begin our first row, okay? So right now we're at 5. Let's count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let's put a stitch marker at 5. Okay, there's our 5. All right, we have stitch marker there. So now we know that so far we have 5 chain, or we have chained 5. Now let's continue and let's add 5 more to our chain, which will give us 10. Okay, yarn over, pull through 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have 10, or we have chained 10. Let's put a stitch marker in there. Okay. There. So we've already chained 5, and we chained an additional 5, which gave us 10. So our stitch markers has told us exactly where we are. Okay, we need to make 20, right? We need to make 20 chain, or chain 20. So far we have 10. How do we know? Because we have marked the spot. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stitch marker. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, stitch marker. So we have chain 10. Let's chain an additional 5. Yarn over, pull through, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we're at 15. Let's put a stitch marker at 15. Now let's continue. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we have chained 20. All right, we have chained 20. You see that? And we marked our chain so that we'll know exactly how many stitches we have chained so far. Now let's talk about our chain for a minute. Now, as you know, a crochet chain looks like V's, okay? A crochet stitch looks like a V, all right? Or a braid, but they are V's. When you turn your chain over, you'll see that it looks slightly different, right? But they're still a V. You can still see it. It's just turned on its back, okay? All right. So hopefully this will be able to help you as you begin to count your chains, or as you chain. There are going to be some patterns that will tell you to chain 20, chain 40, chain 180, chain 250. And this is where having your stitch markers is really going to help out. There are stitch markers that have numbers on them that you can use as well. I haven't found any yet. I know Michael's had some, but I still prefer using these stitch markers. But it's really, if you're having issues with counting your chain and making sure you have enough chains, this could possibly be of assistance to you. Okay, so we have 20 chain. Now what? Well, let's remove our stitch markers. Now we're going to single crochet. How do we do that, Neil? Well, what we're going to do is we are going to enter not number 20 of our stitch. We're going to enter number 19 of our stitch. Now, what we're going to do is, if you see, notice our stitch. It's a V, right? We don't want this. We're not going into this one. We're going into number 19, okay? Number 19. If you turn your chain over, you're going to see that there's the V, right? It's just going, you know, this is just the back of this V, right? And what we're going to do is we are going to go underneath. As you see, the V has 3 parts, right? You have 1, 2, and then 3. So when you turn it over, here's the V, and you want to go under the V. You see that? Underneath the V. Okay? So let's do that. Okay? Here we go. Now, the first thing we're going to do before we go into this V is we're going to chain 1. All right. Now, let's go into the V, or underneath the V. Okay? Get back there. Let's grab our yarn and pull it back through that stitch. Now we have 2 loops on the hook. Let's yarn over and pull through both. That is called single crochet. Now let's mark where we are, because that's our first stitch, because we want to make sure that when we come back around, we're going to grab that stitch, okay? Now, let's continue. Go underneath the V, grab our yarn. Now we have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through. Let's do it again. Look at that. Okay, how are you doing? Now remember, you're learning how to crochet. It does not have to be perfect. All right, there we are. You see that? So now we're making single crochet. This is how single crochet looks. And at the top, as you see, there are our V's. See that? Okay, let's continue. like I said, it's very important as you begin to learn how to crochet and you make your chain, you want to make sure that you don't make your chain too tight, okay? Because it makes it difficult to get your hook through the V or through or underneath the V stitch, okay? And don't worry, sometimes I make my stitches too tight, too snug, and I have a difficult time getting started. And as I said, once you practice and you continue to practice, you will get better and better and better. And it won't be so difficult. You know, when you're learning something new, sometimes you get frustrated because you're like, oh my God, I should be able to get this. What's wrong? And it's really just, you just need some practice. That's all. And you have to keep practicing. Don't give up. Whatever you do, never give up. Now we're coming to our last stitch, right? Our very last stitch. Let's go ahead. Get that last stitch. Pull through both. All right, so here we are. Now we have our chain, right? There's our chain, and we've just completed the first row. All right? What are your thoughts? We started here, and then we made 20 stitches. Isn't that wonderful? How do we know we made 20 stitches, Neil? Well, let's count them. Here we go, and we have one there, right? Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we have our 20 single crochet stitches. And there you have it. Now let's frog this and make some double crochet stitches. Okay, let's do that now. Okay, remove that. Okay, take that extra off. All right. Now, when you are getting ready to begin your first row, people ask the question, why did I chain one? Or why do you chain one or chain two? And it's really about the height of it all. When you're single crocheting, you chain one. When you're double crocheting, you chain two. And when you triple or treble crochet, you chain three and begin your row. Okay, so if you notice that when we single crochet, after we got to 20, I said chain one and then we began the row. That's why. Okay, so let's do it again. Now let's make sure we have 20 chain, or that we have chain 20. Let's go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So we have 20 chain. We're back at 20. Let's put our hook in and let's chain 2. 1 and 2. Now we're going to double crochet. All right, yarn over so that we have 2 loops on our hook. Now we're going to go into, here we go. We're going to go into this chain, not the first chain off our hooks, but the second chain. We're going to go into this chain, okay? So let us begin. Go underneath, we have 2 loops on our hook. Go underneath the V, grab our yarn. Now we have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is double crochet. Now let us mark the area, because that's our first stitch of that row, of this row. Once again, yarn over, double crochet is 2 loops on the hook. We're going to go underneath the V, pull through. Now we have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Now there's 2 loops on the hook left, yarn over, pull through both. All right, let's do it again. Yarn over, go underneath the V, pull up our yarn or pull through. We have 3 loops on a hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, let's continue to do this. In UK terms, I believe this is called treble crochet. Okay, this is one of my favorite stitches. I think I said that before. Okay. How you doing? Remember, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop down in the comment section, and we can, I can be able to assist you with your practicing. Okay. Okay, look at that. Remember, what is double crochet? Double crochet is when we start off with 2 loops on our hook, end up with 4, all right? We crochet through 2, crochet through 2 more until we are at the end, all right? So here we are. Double crochet is 2 loops on our hook, go underneath the V, grab our yarn, pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook now. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2 more. Look at that. You got this. Let's practice together. I'm using a bulky weight yarn so that you can be able to see the stitches and be able to look at your work and see if your stitches look like mine. And that's why I'm using a larger yarn, a larger weight of yarn, so that on the screen you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing. Okay? All right, I think we're getting near the end. Okay, yes we are. We have 1, 2, and 3 left. Always make sure that you are getting the last stitch in the row, okay? Because when you do not get the last stitch, then your work becomes a little wonky and missing stitches, not a good look. Got to get every stitch, okay? Now we're coming up to the last stitch, which is right here, the last V. Let's yarn over. What is double crochet now? Double crochet is 2 loops on our hook. Okay, we're going to go underneath the V, grab our yarn, pull through. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over again. Now we're going to pull through 2. Now we have 2 loops remaining on our hook. We're going to yarn over again, pull through both. And there you have it. This is double crochet. Okay? And look how double crochet look. Look how, or notice the stitches on double crochet. Okay? See that? A little wide there. See that? You have like these little square holes there. That's double crochet. And then you can see the V's. See the V's? See the V's? Crochet stitches. Get up more closer look at the stitch that double crochet makes. See that? Makes this nice, beautiful texture. I've made so many scarves with this double crochet. So beautiful. All right, now in contrast, let's see if I have an example of single crochet over here. Okay. In contrast, single crochet is tighter. See some thread in here. Single crochet makes a tighter fabric. Okay, this is single crochet. So single crochet makes a very tight fabric, whereas double crochet makes a slightly larger fabric, and it has like these square holes in it. So this is a swatch. This is what double crochet looks like when you work up about, I want to say about 10 rows with a bulky type of yarn. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and practicing with Nail today. Thank you so much. I hope that I was able to help you, give you a little time to practice with me. If you have any questions, please drop down in the comment section and we can talk about it. I really want to help you learn how to crochet. I love crocheting, and it is just a wonderful, relaxing and calming craft to learn, and also a very beneficial craft to learn. Very beneficial. So please subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time here in the Tiny Studio for Learning to Crochet with Nail. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.